All right, starting soon. Very soon. Three, two, one. I think I was 1 second too early. Oh well. Mainstream. All right. Somewhat simple shot today. Quick camera solve, zoom lens, and keep doing an object solve with this guy's head, and keeping it stable in 3D because you don't want this head to push forward, back, do anything stupid. So this shouldn't be too bad, and I'm going to jump right in and start tracking my camera. 5 to lock on. And the motion blur is rather intense on this one. So I'm going to go up here to my little target box view and drag it over. Is my mic sensitive? Yeah, it is. Unlike me. Joking. Wow, that is a really cool bit of motion blur. Look at that. It just forms a cone. That's awesome. Chill out. Come on, tracker. There we go. Done. I'm going to go ahead and pre-expand up this search area so I don't have to do it later. I'm going to be very fast and crude with these points. The blur or the rack focus always gets you. Well, always gets you. It's annoying. Gets to you. At least it can. Oh, that one sure doesn't come back. That's cool. Okay, this one. This one is a little bit rough to try and make out. Oh, it wasn't too bad. Got the corner back. I assume that's the same corner. I'm going to click back over here. Yeah, that looks about right. Once again, center of the streak. And the defocus. Once again. Ignore that. Don't ignore. Don't know why I chose those words. Awesome. Bringing it back. This up here looks like it's going to be pretty stable. Easy enough to lock back onto. Eek. Did I track the center of this bit? I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah. Cool. Good, finished with that one. And let's get something in the foreground. I like the little hooks here. These are fantastic, actually. Oh, it's such an easy thing to track. Good and low stress. No stress here, only Canadian. Awesome. Let's get this other side going. Having 2 points on your whatever your foreground is very important. Don't just put one. You're not going to lock down your foreground. Ooh, that is some intense stretch right there. A calm. Bro, where's my shot? Your car? I told you. Um, just because that you got the rights for it doesn't particularly often mean that I should be allowed to use it myself. Because if I used it and put it up on the stream, that's probably going to be problematic. Like I said, if you can figure out if I can safely use it and put it up on my stream, even though I didn't get a license or have the rights to that footage, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. But like I said, I'll shoot my own car or get some stock footage and get a car model. I still am going to do a car shot. I really want to do a car shot. Just a little bit worried about using shot from a site that you licensed from, because that's footage you have the right to. Again, I don't know how that stuff works 100%, but if you can clarify that to me, yeah, I'm down. I'll use it. I can stream that tomorrow or Sunday. Yeah, car shot would be exciting, man. Cars are fun. They're very love-hate for me. I do not like. Oh man, some car shots are just such a nightmare. But they can also just be a dream. They can be very fun shots to do. Ah, motion blur. Man, motion blur. Just chill, please. Oh, also, um, oh, never mind. My point's kind of gone. Okay, more points over here, and then I'm going to try to get a couple foreground points. That's going to be kind of useless, though. I'll get a ground point, but it's not really going to give me any parallax. I'm going to do some perspective lines and build out some ref geo for the place for this shopping center. And some points in the foreground on the ground will benefit me when I'm projecting points, but they won't ultimately help to solve too much if it is a free solve. Depth of field out. Awesome. Now, what else can I get without putting too much work into this? Let's get this paper. I don't know if it's on the wall or not. It'd be great if it's on the wall, and I really hope it is. Oh, that was a nice point, man. I'm going to get the other side too. Now, I'm going to try and not track it. I'm going to try offset this. Unfortunately, I'm not in the newer version of SYNTHEYES where offsetting is much more of a dream. Good times. It is working out. Calvin, sometimes it's very hard to be 100% accurate tracking point. Sometimes is very hard to be 100% accurate tracking points. Yeah. Yeah, trying to be 100% accurate on every single point sometimes is, I don't want to say it's a waste, but sometimes it could be a very slight waste. You need to have a few super, super confident points. And a lot of your other trackers can be like 90% good, but you need to have a good number of points that you are 100% on. And then the rest of the trackers are just kind of there for support. Like a couple of these trackers I did pretty quick and none of these are really the best amazing trackers. They're just going to give me my camera move and I'll be happy. If I needed something to stick on the wall, I would make so sure that my points on the wall are sticking 100% if there was going to be a digital sign on the wall here, and I would weight those points up. I would focus the area here, make sure the perspective is absolutely perfect. To get perfect perspective there, you want perfect perspective all around the shot. But you know, I'll just go the extra mile, make sure it is 100% wide lines to these wooden plaques. But yeah, doing 100% point tracks sometimes isn't completely needed, but you should definitely try. Good. Let's go this way. Oh, I did it. Nice. It's going. Good. All right. That was easier than I thought it would be. Let's track the creepy head. Ooh. What did I actually track? I kind of tracked. I'm going to draw a triangle from the ear. And that's how I'm going to line this back up when it comes back. Right around here. Yeah, I'm okay with that. This tracker is a good example of one that's probably going to slide, and I'm not putting too much care into it. It's like 80, 90% there. Not the worst, not the best. It's just kind of there. Like me, most of the time. I'm just kind of there, anywhere I'm allowed to be. Anywhere people just let me be there, I'm just kind of there. All right, so I should have enough at this point to have a solve. I'm just going to see what it does. Going to turn on zooming. Go. My foreground points didn't solve? Oh, I didn't realize, I thought this, okay. I did track that little white speck, right? Yes, I did. Get out of the blue. There's a goose outside my patio. which is weird because I'm inside an enclosed little courtyard. I can hear it honking. And we're golden. All right, solve. Hey, those 2 points solved. All right. What's our solve error at? 1.5. Cool. Let's see what distortion does, even though the distortion is animating. Yeah. I'm probably going to have to jump into newer SYNTHEYES. I'm going to need some animating distortion. I cannot work like this. Still gross. Okay. So let me dot down a few more points, and I am going to jump into new SYNTHEYES and struggle there. Don't know why I put the point right on that not so corner. It's kind of a dumb decision. But we'll see how it pans out. Bro, drink some wine or whiskey. Wine or whiskey? Why would I want that? I got pressed juice, man. Got good healthy drink. I say healthy as my throat starts to die. Just had a piece of celery. I think it was a piece of celery, man. Okay. Ground point there. I could do the distortion on a frame of this. You know what? I think we might be close to finished, actually. I don't think I need to track as much as I initially thought I did. But let's put a couple more down, just to be safe. I feel peer pressured by a comm. Peer pressured into alcohol. What's my favorite food? My favorite food. I'm kind of weird with food. I'm picky. I like very plain foods. I think my favorite food to just sit and snack on is probably white rice, sticky rice. Nothing on it. I'm serious, just sticky rice. It's weird. What would be my favorite food? Hold on, I'm trying to think of a dish. It will not be something exotic, I can tell you that, when I think of it. Ramen? Not so much. I'm not super big on the fat. That being said, I love ramen. It's just not my favorite food by far. Iranian dish. I think there's this kebab, this Iranian chicken that I used to order a lot from this place. The restaurant claimed it was Iranian food, and I used to order from it like every other week. It was some chicken thing. So close. Man, what is my favorite dish? Do I have pictures of food that I made? There was a soup that I really like that I make. Potato soup. But that's not my favorite. It's just what keeps coming to mind, but I know it's not my favorite. Man, I know I want more points on this before I move on, but I might just leave it. I'll get a couple points over here and hope that it helps my distortion a little bit, and then I'm gonna jump into SYNTHEYES 1905, maybe. Oh, this light! I thought that was much further back. That is very close to the camera. Not too bad. Sushi. I can't do sushi. I don't like a lot of fish. I like salmon. I'll sit and cook salmon. I like cooking salmon, but I'm not super big on fish or on seafood in general. I am trying to get into it. I used to fish growing up with my dad. I grew up in the country in front of a lake. So I used to go fishing a lot, and we used to just have a lot of fish fries all the time. Um, I want to get into it now that I'm in Vancouver and by the ocean. I crab fish. Like I've actually got some crab traps, and I go out occasionally. Not this year, actually. Last year was the last time I went, but I used to go occasionally to some docks, sit there, cast traps. I had to buy a bunch of bait and stuff, and yeah, get some crabs. I'm not super into eating crab. I'll eat it, but I tend to bring along friends of mine who I know like eating crab. I'll just learn what a good dish is for crab, and I'll make it. um, Pick. I'm gonna call you Pick. Pico? Pix? I'm calling you Pix. Quick question. Why does the search area box sometimes offset from the pattern box? Okay, yeah, that's a good question. So let's go with a point like this. So I made my tracker, got our target box and the search box. So the search box likes to move around when you track. So you can see it bounces around here separately. This is because this search box, the idea of this box is that you're not searching the entire footage for this little detail. And of course, that is your search box. You isolate the part of the footage that you want your tracker to look for this detail. The idea with SYNTHEYES is since this box moves, it's trying to predict the next frame that your tracker is going to be on. This shot happens to be very jumpy, so that box is moving around in a very unpredictable way because it just doesn't know what to do. So I should actually turn that off. Thinking about it, I'm gonna go to track and use retrack at existing. So now when I track, that box does not jump around apart from my tracker. Although I chose a bad frame to do it on. So yeah, that box just jumps around because it's trying to predict where it's going to be. Okay, and let me get 1 point up here. I'm going to get this point because it's close to the edge of the screen. Again, it's going to be very helpful for distortion. Thai food. Thai food's pretty good. I enjoy Thai food. I don't need too much Thai food. I used to rarely get it when I worked at hydraulics and I was able to get on a SkyTrain and go over to this food court. There was a Thai place I used to go to. Oh, which light is it? Oh no. Ah, it's this one. My search area is so massive. It's a good thing this light doesn't 100% match up with the other lights. All right, so we have this. Okay, so we have this going, and the camera is solving. If you look at the camera path, that is very wrong. That is not how this scene should look. These points should be very far away from that wall, and these background points have no separation from the wall at all. So I actually have to model out this scene really roughly in SYNTHEYES, and then solve with that. But this lens has some intense distortion on it, and I zoom, which is changing the distortion. So I have to use animated distortion. I can't do that in SYNTHEYES 1709 because if I go over here, you can see here's my distortion, which does not match for this first frame. It should be something like this for my lens. But because it's trying to calculate an overall distortion, it's kind of using the distortion for the very end of the shot, which is kind of like this, and applying it to the whole thing. I can't have that, so we need this to animate, which you can't do here. So I'm going to save my shot, which I haven't saved. Don't you crash on me. Don't you dare. Gave it a really dumb file name. That was stupid. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to launch this new SYNTHEYES. So just for a moment, we're going to swap over to this BRB. I just do this because file names and projects I do at home, I gotta not have that. So 1 moment, relaunching. Where is it? Ah, SYNTHEYES. Here we are. All right, coming back. Here we are, same SYNTHEYES, except now with the distortion we have a more button. And here we can solve for quartic, cubic, quadratic, lens center. We have zooming distortion, which will link these values to your field of view. It's great. It's a good time. So now, the first thing I gotta do is I gotta make a rough model for the set. And I gotta worry about the distortion on these walls. I'm a little worried that some architect artsy idiots made these things bent in a funny way. I'm actually really scared that I'm gonna model this wrong. I don't have a lot to go on, so I'm gonna pretend this is supposed to be straight. Oh no, I think I could see the thickness is changing here. It doesn't show it here. Maybe it's not. It might actually just be straight. I might be seeing things. Okay, let's see what we can do. First, I'm gonna put down a line here. Ah, add line, Lego. And try to find a couple more straight lines in your shot. This one here is not going to do much for me, honestly. Just putting it anyway. This one here is not going to do anything. That there looks pretty straight and not very helpful. Yeah, I really don't have any good lines to do this with. So I'm going to use this tiny little pathetic line. Okay, that's honestly probably quite reasonable for my camera. Let's just take a look at over here. This is probably as close as I'm going to get to accurate. So I'm going to go with this. So I'm going to come over to, actually I'm going to stay under lens. And now I am going to come over to, actually, yeah, add line. So we're going to actually do the perspective for the shot now. Going to delete that. That's useless. Going to delete this line. I don't need it anymore. And let's start. Also, I'm going to hide the lens grid. Just don't need to see it. Show lens grid off. All right, first line, Y line. On Y axis. parallel to y-axis. Man, this stuff here really scares me. I think the thicknesses of some of these are changing. I think these are, I don't think these are, I don't think I should have used these lines, but whatever. One-off shot where we're just focusing on the head. We good. Parallel to Y. And now let's get a, let's try to find a good X line. Could be this carpet. Actually, I see these little things here, these little wooden slots, and I could see them repeat over here. So I'm actually just gonna go with this. Add line right across. And is this an on X? Did I get a Z? Okay, no, this is on X. Okay. Ooh, and now we need a couple more X lines. What else in here is likely parallel? Well, we're gonna get away with a couple average lines. So I'm gonna go parallel X. It's hard to see up here a little bit. I'm going to go image prep, levels, and gamma up. Yeah, I'll gamma up. Why not? Gamma's fine. That didn't help me much. Oh, we can use this thing up here. Wow. I hope it doesn't do any weird stuff at the end. Okay. Parallel to X. Parallel to X over there. And what else have we got? Do we have anything? No. Here at the very end. I try not to use short lines. Using short lines is a bad idea. Oops, I made that on X. I want this to be parallel to X. And now we need a couple Z lines. So I'm going to use this here, parallel to Z. Parallel to Z. A lot of Z lines here. That's nice. All right, now that I have this, I'm going to go align. And I didn't see my focal change, did it? Really hope my focal was going to change. A little scared now. Also, my keyboard is not letting me use my function keys. Thank you, Logitech. You failure. All right, so I hit F3 on my other keyboard because technology wants to screw me on this other side. I have two keyboards right now. All right, now this doesn't look too bad. So to make this accurate, we got to model it. So I'm going to go 3D, whole, move our scene down a little bit. I'm going to get a 6-foot man, and then here, well, not really 6 foot. Let's make him around. Let's go for like 170. Oops. Maybe shorter. And now whole, grab my camera, move him up, and oh my god, the guy goes with it. So I'm going to right click. Whole effects mesh is off. No, no branching. Don't want branching. Line this up roughly. Okay, now that we have that, I don't really need to see him anymore. Not yet, so I'm going to hide him, grab plane. Let's make a floor. Now this floor, I'm going to kind of start connecting out the geometry, the environment. So first I'm going to reach up to this wall, and then I'm going to connect it up to here and start to build out and get these surfaces over here. Whoops. No. I want your zooms. So let's just go get this. And how high does that go? A bit too high, that's fine. Do I even need any more up there? I guess, yeah, for that sign. So we're going to place this right there. There, I can find where this corner intersects. There's the height of our ceiling. Now I'll move this over here. And now I can find the point of contact for this wall. This is complicated. Oh, I need to level this out to the ceiling. There we go. All right. Now this wall here, I'm gonna move this, not that way, just over here. And now the floor for the overall place, I'm gonna scale this right up. Move it on down. Let's give it another scale. Okay. So I'm going to take this. Oh, actually, I see one more thing I can do. These 2 points. I want to project these 2 points, but I don't see this rack connecting to the ground. So I'm going to go make another plane. Make sure that's flush on the floor. And I'm going to drag this plane until it touches this bar. And how off are we? So this plane needs to reach up there now. So I'm going to go scale. Close enough. Now that that's kind of working, going to drag this plane over to this side until it lines up with that bar. There we go. So now we have what should be a decent enough placement for this bar. This bar, we're hoping it's as tall as this one from the floor. So here we go. I've got my planes to project on. I'm going to take this. I should have put a point up here. Might do that. These two. And this. And I'm going to drop them. And I'm going to track one more point, and then I'm going to solve this. So I'm going to go hole up here, get this corner. That's a really bad point. Also, I should have hid the mesh because it kind of influenced how I saw it, but whatevs. All right, so I'm going to drop all these points. I dropped them all already. I'm going to drop this one These ones here are dropped, right? Yeah, they are. Cool. Okay, and moment of truth. We're gonna go zooming, or solve, constrain on, zooming is on, and I'm gonna want zooming distortion. Really hope this works. And go. Oh no! What did I do wrong? Let's look over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's set our special frames, our beginning and end frame. Pick one, yeah, and one really close by. Now go. No! Okay, and let's run through some hints. No. Hey! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! So if I go F3, we should see some ugly zoom. Or distortion. Oh. I have to have this on. Whoa! Is it working? I can't tell. It's not working. Oh, it is animating. That was so subtle. Why? Let's turn on our radars. Hmm. I mean, it looks pretty damn good though. Error is 1.2. That's not bad for a shot with all this messiness going on. It's working pretty well. Okay, it's not too bad. Oh no, redo. Man, I don't like how subtle that is. I'm gonna undo back to when I had this distortion. Okay, I should have something over here to help lock this down. That's what I should have done. I'm gonna go to a side view, make this wall. Snap that. And now we gotta travel it along the green until we reach this far wall and also not go far past this. There we go. Also, I'm gonna I'm gonna put a point right here. This is fine. My SYNTHEYES is going so slow right now. What the hell? Right, and project this. This should help preserve my distortion a little bit. I'll probably need one slightly up higher. Well, let's see. So solve. I kept a lot more distortion. I did lose some. It still looks pretty good. This might be the actual distortion because, again, I don't trust these lines. I'm pretty sure those are curved. This might be a better distortion than what I solved. But is it animating? Yes, it is. Okay, let's see this real quick. I'm going to apply this. Lens workflow. Okay. Okay, now what's it do? Cool. That looks awesome. Look at that distortion doing its thing. Hmm. All right, camera. Kind of done, man. Let's see. Yeah, so there's me standing still doing camera stuff. Now the camera looks like garbage. Looks like hot garbage. So I am going to smooth this now. Gonna give it a couple hits, nothing crazy. Reset, refine, and position, get, go. Cool, so I saved this, and now let's just stop worrying about the camera now, and I'm gonna go ahead and try and get this object out of the way, because I don't want to spend forever doing this shot. I'm gonna reset my color. Oh no, cancel. Resets the undistortion, that's annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here, right click my gamma. And now that this is going, yeah, so I'm gonna hide the geo, shot, add moving object, and let's try track this guy as quickly as we can. Oh, this is a really bad point. Phone, what is it? Right. Man, I'm not motivated to track his head now. I'm gonna be honest. Camera took a little bit more work than I thought it was gonna for a fun stream. Nice, it came back. Now I only have to worry about the blur for a few more frames. Oh, this is not good. I gotta, man, why did I say that I was gonna track this? I don't want to track this now. It's not even doing anything with this. This one was just a, hey, I want to stream something. This is boring. If you can, if you have the opportunity to track someone's teeth, track their teeth. That's like the most rigid thing you can track on the human head. Because, you know, bones. Ooh, this is coming out to be a very sloppy point right here. Hmm. All right. There's that point. Let's try to track this in a couple directions. 'What is killing my machine right now? What is going on? Task manager, tell me your secrets. Weird. What is up, SYNTHEYES? What is your deal? 4 points though. I'll have a solve with these 4 points. Maybe I'll just cheat this one out. I don't really want to do this object. It's things I'd rather be doing. And SYNTHEYES is running like crap right now. Don't know why. Ah, this is so slow. This is the worst. This is the worst shot I've chosen to track yet. Dislike this one. I think this is going to be my last point. I don't want to track this head. And 4 points is enough. It's not really going to give me a good solve. But I just want this shot to be done with. The camera was pretty cool. I'm happy I did the camera. That was a pretty cool move. But this object is killing me. I hate doing tough shots on stream. Done. Oh my god. Okay. Oh. Hey, zoom. Animated distortion. Head. Kind of tracked. Alright, let's just see. Camera off. Lens, I'm going to change to known. Copy all the history, yes, because that's going to copy all the zooming data into known. So now we can't mess with that anymore. Now that we can't mess with that, object one. And let's see what kind of garbage this works out to. New SYNTHEYES. Newer versions of SYNTHEYES I'm not good with. I don't understand how it works 100%. So I don't get these settings, and I struggle to understand the documentation of how this works. This will probably fail on me, and I'll likely give up if it fails. So go. Can't locate satisfactory frames. Okay, well that's kind of easy. We're gonna go with these ones here. Go. What? 1 point solved. Oh no. I don't like this. Let's put another point. I don't want to give up that easily, but I really do. If you track a point for several frames and then notice that it drifted a few pixels, so you adjust the position, then what do you do to fix the prior frames? If you track a point for several frames and then notice that it drifted a few pixels, so you adjust the position. Oh, yeah. So, unfortunately, okay, so here's the thing with me is if I'm doing a shot for work, I don't let my trackers get to that point where they're kind of bad. I make sure that like I back and forth every frame so much. Like right now I'm gonna go, I don't know why my SYNTHEYES is going so slow. It's going very slow. So it's kind of hard for me to do this right now, but usually I go back and forth like 4 or 5 frames every time I track a new frame and make sure that it doesn't slide. It's consistent. I don't like to let points go if they are sliding for a long period of time. But fixing it like what you just said, there is a feature here where you could go key smoothing up to like, I don't know, try like 3, 4. Key smoothing. If I go like this, and I believe slide this tracker way up, now if I go back, yeah, so now you could see what it did. It took those in between frames and interpolated it. I could even turn it up to, how many frames is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's just go 11. I'm going to go key smooth 11. So now when I play from here, you could see I have a big gradual move from the past key to the recent key. Of course, I kind of messed up my keys over here, I think. But it softly made it glide upwards. So you could do that. That is a nice feature. I like how it works a little bit better in 3D Equalizer. But that is something you can do. Either that, or you're just going to have to go back and re-nudge the frames, like get rid of all your keyframes, go back and then retrack it all. Or one more way is, I mean, you could use offset and make a key. Go ahead, bring it down, and now you can scrub back and see you've kind of fixed it a bit. Offset in older versions of SYNTHEYES works a little different. New versions of SYNTHEYES with this E button, edit offset, is awesome. So yeah, that's a few things you can do. I'm gonna zero out that key smooth. I hope that helped. I hope that was at least some kind of good information that came out of the stream. This is a very boring stream. I didn't choose a very good shot, and I'm tired now. I'm just so out of it, and I don't even want to track the shot. Not gonna lie, pretty miserable at the moment with this shot. But since I put it in the title of the stream, now I kind of want to just do it so that the title of the stream is not a lie. I want a game. I just want to sit and game right now. That's what I'm going to be doing once I'm done this stream. My nephew wants to game with me for a bit. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I hope so. This is so boring. I keep trying slightly different times to stream, and I'm trying it on different days because I'm starting to notice the pattern of when people are free and whatever, and when people actually have the time to view this stuff. I've noticed on Fridays it's pretty bad. That's why I'm streaming today. It's mainly kind of a test. I was gonna shop and do all this stuff, but I'll do it on the weekend. But yeah, Fridays are pretty bad. Fridays, I guess people just want to shut off, go out with friends and stuff. And then also, I think a bunch of the viewers who watch this are mostly in the UK, who aren't awake yet. I don't think they're awake yet. But yeah, I've been streaming a lot the past few days. I'm just trying to figure things out a bit. I want to pick when I want to do these things and just see if I can get a schedule where it's kind of open for people who want to see this and works with me schedule wise. Okay, so I added a point. How garbage is it? Oh my god. I gotta fix this where I did that example. I tracked that for nothing now. Oh, my tracking direction's not even facing the right direction. There we go, track forward. Thank you. Okay, it drifted a little bit there. I'm gonna leave it. Will it solve now? Ha! Oh, it's solved. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, well, okay, so it's solved. That's great. I don't feel like doing much more solving to this head. I just don't want to. Actually, you know what? Let's put a quick point right here just to represent this part of the head. And then I'm going to distance smooth this. I'm going to distance this, place this in the set to where it should be. I don't even know where it was in space. And then I'm going to stop doing this because I don't want to do it. I want to sit and shoot people in virtual reality. Disable. All right, is it going to solve? Yes. Okay, let's look at it over here. Oh, it's so wrong. It's so wrong. Okay, so I'm going to go solver. Tracking, I'm going to give it a solver hint. Between this frame and this frame, it's kind of like the camera's moving to the left. So I'm going to leave it on left. Hit go. Hey, look at that. That was easy. That head solved remarkably in a good spot. What the hell? No, it didn't. That's a lie. So he should be by this coat rack, ahead of this coat rack. By this coat rack. So I'm going to go scale, hole, bring this down. And he has to be right here. It's kind of maybe a little bit ahead of it. I'm kind of imagining his body here and then the coats, pressure the coats. Oh, that is bad. Edit scene settings. That's a bit small. That is what someone said. This is stupid. World size. Of course, SYNTHEYES gave me a crazy world size. So I'm going to shrink that world size down, and now I'm going to change the scene settings, take the far clip up, and this clip there. There you go. Oh my god. Okay. Done. Zooming lens. 3D. And the head is probably stable. Yeah, it's kind of stable in here. It's jittering a little bit. So I'm going to fix that with literally, because this object is centered to my actual object is centered to my point mass. I'm going to go distance, hit it once, and we should be good here. So I took out the major pops. Okay, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. This has been the worst. Also, it's 1,000 degrees in my apartment. So hot. Okay, well, was it 2 people watching? I think there was a point where there was nobody watching. That hasn't happened in a while. That was fun. It felt weird talking to no one. But I mostly do this so it's recorded and it's just up on the YouTube channel. That's mainly why I've been streaming these too. Just because it's easy. They seem to be getting views. I'm like, okay, that's cool. People who want to watch them are watching them. But yeah, if either of the 2 people have a question, I'm gonna go. I would rather be anywhere else right now. That being said, I won't be anywhere else. I'm literally gonna turn to my right and I'm going to be playing games. Just giving a quick second, just in case people are typing questions. But honestly, I don't see what kind of questions you would have for this. This has been very basic. Not really anything tough. Not really anything extremely tough went on. At least I don't think so. Kind of a no, it's kind of a tough shot. Shouldn't say it's not tough. Yeah, it's kind of not tough. I had to build things out and I had to connect the environment, project the points, zooming distortion, refine camera. You know, there's a fair amount of stuff that went on in this shot. I take it back. Okay, good night. I would buy you a beer if I could, or a green juice. Oh man. You should team up. You should team up with a com, and then send me. Uh, man, I can't think of a joke. I'm so tired. Oh man, I don't know. You and a com can just team up, pick something very expensive, and then send it to me. I'll be good. All right. Thank you. See ya. Have a good night. I'm done. I'm dead. Thank you for watching.